So to continue with that session, children, so into the organism, we were talking about amphibians. So amphibians, it is the frog as a main example. So frog is having the characteristic feature of living in water as well as on land. So it can survive in water as well as on land. So when the frog is in water, it is breathing, as in the case of the earthworms we happen to see. So it is breathing with the help of its moist skin. With this, which we had seen the breathing organ as moist skin in the case of earthworms. So the breathing respiration with the help of moist skin is called cutaneous respiration. So frogs undergo cutaneous respiration through moist skin when they are in water. Same frog, when they are on land, they do undergo respiration and they breathe with the help of lungs. So respiration through lungs is called pulmonary respiration. So frogs undergo cutaneous respiration when they are in water, and they undergo pulmonary respiration when they are on land. So if for you people to have the knowledge, the larval form of the frog, which is called tadpole, which would be almost similar in features like a fish. So the tadpole larval form is breathing with the help of gills. It has gills. But as the tadpole is changing into an adult frog, the gills would disappear, and it would be the tail would be shortening, and when it becomes an adult, in water it helps, moist skin helps in respiration, which is called cutaneous respiration, and when it is on land, the lungs. Then the next level of organisms next to amphibians is the reptiles, aves and mammals. So reptiles, next is reptiles, like our lizards and snakes, or turtles, crocodiles, all these will be coming under reptiles. And next is aves, all the birds which we see, they are all called aves. And next is mammals. So these are the most complex group of animals which will be breathing. They have the same type of breathing organ as lungs. Reptiles breathe through lungs, aves or birds breathe through lungs, and all the mammals breathe through lungs. So this type of respiration which is carried on by the lungs is called pulmonary respiration. So all they would be asking you that the reptiles, aves and mammals undergo dash type of respiration, pulmonary respiration. What are their breathing organs? They have lungs, because they are the superficial organisms in the animal kingdom. Now, among the mammals, we had already learnt how our in human body, how the lungs are helping in exchange of gases, how they are taking a major role in the exchange of gases. Similarly, let's talk about the other mammals also. Like if I talk about a whale and a dolphin, these are no doubt they are mammals. They are mammals, but they are, where do you find these two types of animals? They are huge animals which are surviving in water. So they are aquatic animals, but they are mammals. So I can call them as they are aquatic mammals. They are called aquatic mammals. But since they are mammals, they are having their respiratory organs or breathing organs as lungs. So they undergo respiration through lungs, but they are surviving in water. So in water, when they are there, all the aquatic animals breathe in oxygen dissolved in water. But that gills in fish are helping in breathing oxygen dissolved in water, whereas lungs cannot be helping in taking oxygen dissolved in water. Then how do they carry on? That is the reason you will be seeing the whale or dolphin, which are aquatic mammals. Since they are having lungs as their breathing organs, they come over to the surface of the water and give away carbon dioxide and take in lump sum amounts of oxygen from the air and get into the water. they have a tendency of staying under the water for a longer time without taking the air. In huge quantities itself they take, and after few hours also they come over to the surface and they see. So this is what you observe in whale and dolphin. So that is why they are called aquatic mammals. They have lungs, and lungs are not designed to take in oxygen dissolved in water. Their lungs are the respiratory organs which help in exchange of gases only from the air and into the air. Lungs help in taking oxygen from the air and giving carbon dioxide into the air. So they cannot help these animals when they are in water. So that is why they come over to the surface of the water, give away carbon dioxide and take in huge quantities of oxygen into their body, and they carry on their process of respiration. So this is how from the simple level of organisms to the complex groups of animals, the respiration process is carried on by different sets of breathing organs. According to the breathing organs involved in the process of respiration, I explained to you what type of respiration that each animal is undergoing. Now, after this, to end this session, let me just tell you that already I happened to inform you in the previous classes also that lungs, the study of lungs is called pulmonology. So anything related to lungs we take the term as pulmonary. So the study of lungs is called pulmonology, and if any of us are having any problem related to breathing or respiratory disorders, if we have, any person has, then they should consult a doctor who has done a specialization in the study of lungs. So he is called a pulmonologist. So we consult a pulmonologist, and we do refer a pulmonologist, and we give away our problems for which he gives the proper medication. So this is what you are supposed to learn, and into the exam papers also they do give the questions that if you have any breathing related problems, which doctor do you consult? We consult a pulmonologist. Then what questions do you ask at that time related to the concept what you happen to learn? Related to that, your questions should be in a wise manner. So that is about pulmonology and pulmonologists. Now this is the end of respiration in animals or in human beings. I spoke about the various respiratory organs in different animals as well as in human beings itself. We happen to study about the importance of lungs. Now next session we would be going to respiration in plants. So before that, please try to revise all the topics of concerning respiration, mechanism of respiration, diagrams of respiration, and the activities involving respiration, types of respiration, aerobic and anaerobic, everything. You people should be perfect. Please do read the textbook, understand it, concentrate, don't get confused. Thank you, children.